The Dallas Mavericks have done it again. I'm convinced. Cooper Flagg, 18 years old, this good already. He's going to eventually get to the point where he is a star that can be a number one on a championship team. So now, how do they find the next guy, the co-star that's going to be next to Cooper Flagg for like the next 10 years to give the Mavs a chance to actually win an NBA title? Some of the best examples that we have in the NBA right now, the team that just won the title, the Thunder SGA, was acquired in a trade. He was their number one. And then they're like, how do we find the next guy? Jalen Williams was drafted. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum drafted in back-to-back years. Those guys were homegrown. It took them a couple years on some really good teams to figure out how they can win a title. Even Jokic and Murray on the Nuggets. Jokic, a number one, an obvious MVP candidate every single year. Jamal Murray was the number 7 pick when the Nuggets picked him, and that was a big one, and now he's his running mate. So how do the Mavs find the co-star for Cooper Flagg? Well, you could trade. You could try to identify somebody. They've got a couple of assets here and there. They've got Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving that are going to be at the end of their road, and we'll see what happens with them. But I think by the time Anthony Davis and Kyrie's time is done with the Mavericks, that's when the Mavericks will be looking. So I'm not even really thinking about those two guys in the sense of right now, because Cooper Flagg's not ready to be a number one at this moment, but he will be. And by that time, I think the Mavs have a couple of options. They could obviously just land somebody with their 2026 first-round pick. If they get the top two, get AJ DeBonsa, get Darren Peterson, that's an obvious way that they could get their guy next to Cooper Flagg. But that's a very small percentage right now. And even if they tank and they're a lot worse throughout the season, that's a small percentage too. And let's say the Mavs land where they are right now and their pick is in between 10 and 15 or something like that. There's like a 1 in 20 chance each draft that you land somebody that's really good that could actually be a difference maker. You look at all these guys that I've listed here. Each draft, basically, sometimes there's 2 in a draft, but in that range, the 11 to 16 range, and then sometimes beyond, where you find a guy like that, but it's just such a long shot. This just highlights how important this 2026 draft pick is for the Mavericks, because if they don't control their draft pick for the next 4 seasons after this, they've got that chance. They have a chance to go find somebody in a trade. Those are really the only ways the Mavericks have, because they're not going to get a lot of bites at the apple with this.